Hi, and welcome everybody to phase 5 of BEEI. We are so excited to have all of you participate in this amazing journey. This opportunity is for you to gain some work experience, access skills with the help that will help you in your future work. Let me introduce myself. My name is Candy Faisim-Samang, and I'll be hosting today's webinar. For those of you who are unable to get onto this webinar, there's a link that will automatically direct you to our YouTube channel. It is great to have so many of you here, and it being the very first day of the new term, I know a lot of you are still settling in, but welcome back to the schooling term. You will note that you will not be able to switch on your microphone or your camera, but you will see that at the bottom of your screen, there is a Q&A button where you can type your questions. And I can already see some people who are raising their hands, and we really appreciate your input. So please use that Q&A button and type up your question. And similarly, with those who may be on YouTube, you can use the chat box to ask your questions. And we have an amazing team, both on YouTube and on this Zoom call, who are ready to answer your questions and assist you in any way if you get confused. But we will be going through a number of things, and we will be emphasizing some of the things that tend to be a little bit confusing to others. So thank you once again for joining us on this session. And we really would like to encourage you that you have a notebook handy so you can write down important things that you might want to remember later, things you want to keep in mind, things you want to reflect on. And throughout your training, we encourage you to keep a notebook for your reflections and your learning. Just to note, we have already had similar sessions, and this is session 10. But don't worry, you have not missed anything because all the sessions are the same. And we'll be able to go through all of the key things you need to remember that will help you to register and also access your training. This webinar is designed to share with you information about the trainings and to answer your questions. So welcome everybody. It is good to have so many of you here. As you may be aware, in phase 5, all assistants have been asked to complete the training by the end of August. So you have a bit more time to do your training and to complete it. And then each month you will get a survey, which we would really like you to complete. This survey will come to you through SMS or WhatsApp. And in this survey, you will be asked questions like, did you do the training? Have you been paid? Was your contract signed? How are you feeling about the program? Has it been helpful to you? Things like that. And we are very excited to hear from you. So please click on the link when you receive it and give us your feedback. We're looking forward to hearing from you. Outside of the training, you will need to complete. Outside of the training, you'll need to complete by the end of August. And the monthly survey, you will also be invited to participate in our bi-monthly webinars. That is, every 2 months, there will be a webinar that you can participate in. These webinars are an amazing opportunity for you to hear from past assistants just like yourself who have been through the program and speakers from all walks of life. Some are MDs in their companies. Some have started their own small enterprises. So this is an exciting opportunity to help you start thinking about how you are going to use this work experience moving forward. We really encourage you to see the BEI opportunity as a stepping stone to the next step of your working journey. Also on Teacher Connect, you will have access to soft skills. This is information around work readiness, how to build your CV, preparing for interviews, conflict resolution, and a whole lot more. So it is a good idea for you to explore the resources that are available on Teacher Connect. There are also exit opportunities like the letter of participation, like the potential bursaries, links to funding opportunities, links to other training and programs from other partner sites. So please go through Teacher Connect and I will help you go register on Teacher Connect so you can have access to these resources. We have also put together frequently asked questions, FAQs. This is where you will find responses or answers to commonly asked questions, which assistants like yourself from the previous phases have asked, and you will find responses that will be able to help. There is also live support, where our team looks at the messages you sent on Teacher Connect WhatsApp bot, and you can get in touch with us as well on email. And I will share the email address later, but for you who are jotting down some notes, it's a BEEI at Ecubed-DBE.org. But I will display it on the screen for you to be able to jot down. So as you go through the BEI program, we would love for you to share your stories and your experiences. So also on Teacher Connect, there's a place where you can upload your videos, your photos, drawings, even text, where you can upload them, and you will see it is under Share Your Story. And as we go along, I'll show you where you can find that. So the aim of today's session is to help you get familiar with the Teacher Connect WhatsApp bot, so you can register and complete your training as well as access all the resources that I've mentioned before. So in this session, we'll look at how you register on Teacher Connect, how to change your assistant type, how to research your profile, what training is required for your assistant type, how to find your certificate, how to change your certificate details. So, as a quick reminder, please note that we will be having more sessions just like this one throughout July. And we have them on Tuesdays from 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock, Wednesdays from 11 till 12, Thursdays from 2 to 3. Each of the session has a different link, and if you want the links, please speak to your district coordinator or email us on BEEI@Ecubed-DBE.org. Let me repeat that email address again, and you can see it on your screen. It's BEEI at ecubed-dbe.org. And that's where you'll also be able to find frequently asked questions, and you can ask for help on our email address. Okay. You do not need to attend all of the sessions, but you are welcome to attend as many sessions as you need to get the clarity about your training and to have your questions answered. If you're confident that you know how to register and how to do your training, now how to access your certificate, etc., you do not need to attend this webinar. This webinar is here to help you, and there is no attendance register or certificate for this webinar. Remember, it is set up to help you get familiar with Teacher Connect WhatsApp bot so that you can register and complete your training. At the end of this webinar, there will be a survey which we would love for you to complete. And for those on YouTube, a link will be posted on the chat and for the survey to be completed. And we really would love to hear from you. Remember once again that your camera and your mic are switched off. And if you have any questions, please use the Q&A box. Right at the bottom of your screen, you'll see that it says Q&A, and type in your questions there, and our team will be answering your questions. And if we have time later on, I'll also look at those questions and come back and respond live to those questions. Okay. So, how do you register on Teacher Connect? First things first, you will need to say, let me just pause our video while I guide you through how to get Teacher Connect on your phone. You will need to save the Teacher Connect number on your phone, and the number is 060-060-3333. You see it's right there on your screen. Save it on your phone and just make sure you label it Teacher Connect so you can be able to find it easily. If you have a QR code reader, snap the QR code. You see it on the bottom left hand side corner of your screen. Snap that, and then you can access your training. Second, go to your WhatsApp and look for Teacher Connect, because you've saved it as Teacher Connect, so you will find it there as Teacher Connect. Then type the word hi. As you see on the video on screen, a message will pop up and it will say, welcome to Teacher Connect. Okay. Then you'll click next. And this is very, very important. Then you will see that our privacy policy will pop up. Okay. And our privacy policy, as you see on screen, there's a link there when it pops up. There's a link, you click on that link. Okay, this is our privacy policy. All right, let me just go back just a little bit. You won't be able to see it, it's too tiny, but there's a link there. That's our privacy policy. You click on that link and the privacy policy will come up. This policy helps us to comply with the South African law called POPIA. This law helps to protect your information, your name, your surname, your ID number, all of your details. POPIA helps us to protect your information, and we've made sure that there's a privacy policy that adheres to that. Okay. It is the law that says how your information must be managed and how it must be stored. So this privacy policy gives the terms and conditions about how your information is going to be handled and tells you what we are going to do with the privacy policy, with this, with your information. So please read through it, go through it, and then you can go back into WhatsApp and click. Let me just, so it's just showing the video on screen. It's just showing the privacy policy there. It's not particularly complicated. And you go back into WhatsApp and you click, yes, I accept. Okay. This is very, very important. If you click no, unfortunately, you will not be able to do your training. So please click yes, I accept to continue and do your training. Okay. Now, it will tell you. Okay, so this is another important aspect that you need to pay careful attention to, please. Now it will tell you, it will ask you to tell us about your role, okay? And you must choose BEEI assistant and then press send, because you're not a teacher, you're not a learner, you're not a principal or district official, you're a BEEI assistant, okay? So please pay careful attention to that as well, okay? Then you will be asked for your first name. Remember, type in your correct first name, because this is the name that's going to appear on your certificate. And please type in only your name. You can type in, if you have two names and you want two names to appear on your certificate, you type in two names. You will see on screen, here it's Jane, and Jane is typing in Jane B. That's the name she wants reflected on her certificate, and that's just the name. And then you will be asked for your last name. This is your surname, and you type that up as your surname. So Smith, as you can see there. Okay, so now Jane B. Smith has typed in her name and her surname. Please make sure you check your spelling and make sure that it is correct. Because we would like to keep you up to date, because we would like to keep you updated, and we would like to send you messages about bursaries and other opportunities, we will ask you to give us permission so that we can send you these kinds of messages. This is also part of POPIA, so we will need you to say, yes, message me before we can do that. If you don't want us to send you messages, you can say no. But if you want to be kept up to date, please say yes, message me. So you see there's an acknowledgement that says awesome. Okay. Now you're going to choose your assistant role. Okay. And here, there's a list of different roles. And some of you may have two roles, but to start off with, please choose just one. Then I'll show you later and how to choose another one. Okay. So here, Jane B has selected curriculum assistant, and you press button send. Okay. And then another menu, and then you will be asked for your EMIS number. So let's talk a little bit about an EMIS number. What is an EMIS number? This is a unique number for your school, which you can get from your principal or your teacher mentor. Please make sure you enter the correct EMIS number. That way we're able to link you up into which schools you're actually allocated to. Okay. If you're not sure what your EMIS number is, please do not put the 00 here. this is for illustration so that we can show you what that actually looks like. Then you'll be asked for your email address. And then Jane B is entering her email address. And please make sure that it is correct. Okay. And then we will ask you for your ID number. This is to help us to verify your details against the list that we received from the province. Okay. Remember, Teacher Connect belongs to the Department of Basic Education, and your information is strictly going to be used by the DBE. Okay, not for any other purposes, but for the BEI program. Okay, and make sure that it is the full 10-digit ID number that you enter here and that it is correct. And remember, do not put any spaces. That will be incredibly helpful. Okay, so as you can see here, now the system welcomes Jane B. Okay, so you will get a similar message. So when you are at this point, congratulations, you have now registered on Teacher Connect. Okay, now it's time for you to start with your program. Okay, so you will see there is a menu that comes up, and this menu will come under, it comes up under the BEI Training Hub. So you choose your training to start doing your training. Remember, Jane B selected Curriculum Assistant, and now she wants to do her training. So this is what you will do as well, and you will select training. Okay. And it says, welcome to BEI Training Hub. Based on your role, you will find a list of trainings that you will need to do. And we will go through those trainings for the different the different roles shortly. Please remember to have your notebook handy so you can write down points, ideas, questions, reflections as you go along. Okay. And for the curriculum assistant, you will see there's a list of trainings to select from. There's orientation training. There's curriculum for foundation phase, curriculum for intermediate and senior phase, curriculum training for FET, as well as introduction to project-based learning. So we will be going through all of these shortly as well. Okay. And at the end of each training, there will be a quiz. And once you've completed each training, you will receive a certificate. And we'll talk about certificates later because we need to make sure you are clear about how to access your certificate, how to make sure the details are correct, and how to change if they're not. So we'll get to that part shortly. Okay. So remember, to register, you will need your first name and your last name. You will need your EMIS number, your assistant type, your email address, your ID number. You will also be requested to opt in, and opting in is where you're saying yes, message me, and also where you say you agree to our privacy policy as it's displayed on the screen as you can see now. Okay. So I'm going to pause a little bit before we get to this part. I'm going to go back so that we are very clear about how we register. Okay. Remember, you go into your WhatsApp and you type in hi, and you will get a welcome message that welcomes you to Teacher Connect. And then you click next. And then sometimes there is a little bit of a pause, so please be patient. And then here it's showing us remember, this is to protect your information. Our privacy policy is there to protect you and your information. And we request that you click yes, accept, so you can access your training. And then please select BEEI assistant. And then you will put in your first name. Please make sure this is correct because it's going to appear on your certificate. And you're going to be asked for your last name. And what could be helpful is that you use the names and surnames that are on your ID so that they correspond to all your other official correspondence. Because the certificate you get, you're probably going to use them for your CV. So it is important that you get your names correct. Okay. I see a number of people have raised their hands. Please use the Q&A box at the bottom of your screen and type up your questions, and then we will be able to answer your questions with regards to this process. So we're still on the registration process, and it is important for you to opt in to receive messages from us. That way we can keep you up to date. And then we will need to select your assistant type, okay? Whether it's curriculum assistant or handy person, etc. And you will need your EMIS number, which you can ask your principal or you can ask your teacher mentor to help you with it, okay? And your email address, as well as your ID number. That is absolutely important for your registration. And make sure your ID number is the full 10 digits and there is no spaces for that. Okay. So this is when you register. So and then you ask me, but Candy, what if I make a mistake? Okay. What if I've made a mistake? What then do I do? If you've made a mistake or you were in a previous phase or you registered the wrong type, you can reset your profile. How you reset your profile, you type in Teacher Connect Clear. Make sure there are no spaces and make sure that the spelling is correct. Wait for the response. Okay. You see here, Teacher Connect and Teacher Connect Clear, one word, and then it will tell you your profile has been reset. One of the important things, sometimes you will find there's a little bit of a delay. Please, you can wait for 30 minutes, but it cannot be less than 30 minutes. It could be more than 30 minutes. So just reset your profile, type in Teacher Connect Clear, and then you can come back a little bit later and come back. You will see that your profile has been reset. And then you can type in hi and continue with your registration again, okay? But please, when you type in hi and begin your registration again, you will lose all your certificate you may have completed. So it is important that once you've completed your trainings, you download your certificates and save them in a safe place. Okay. So remember, some of you have more than one role. If you have two roles, this is how you can access the different training. Okay. Please make sure that the first time, remember Jane B selected curriculum assistant, you complete all the trainings that you need to do under the curriculum assistant role, download your certificates, and then you can change your role to access different material. Okay, so to change your role, you go in and you say hi, you get the menu. You will see second at the bottom there, it says change my role. You click on that. Okay. And then you will get a list where you will be able to change your role. Okay. Now Jane B has chosen handy person. Okay. And it then directs you right back into the menu for the training. And make sure you choose BEI training once you've changed your role. Okay. You see it says handy person training here, and then you can continue with your training. Okay. So just again, to change your role, let's just go back a little bit. Okay. You go to the main menu and you choose change my role, and you select, you get a list and you select the other role that you are. Okay. You see handy person, and then it goes to, you type in your BEI training and you can continue with your training. Okay. If you get stuck, you can always just type in hi, and then you can go back to the main menu and you'll find also a list where it tells you where you can find our FAQs. Remember, our FAQs are frequently asked questions, and you will find webinars, and you also find where you can access your certificate. But if you're stuck and you're not sure what to do, you're absolutely welcome to email us at BEEI@ecubed-DBE.org. So we've had a lot of questions. Just to remind you that if you have questions, please put them on the Q&A box. We'll be able to answer your questions because your mic and your camera are currently on. Okay. We've had a lot of questions about the trainings for the specific roles. And thank you so much for sending us those questions. Please, if you are not clear, please keep sending them, and we'll look forward to answering them. Now let's talk about the training. Okay. Once you're registered and you've shared your details and your assistant type, you'll be given various training modules that you need to complete. Assistant only need to complete the list that is shared with them. In addition to the training on the platform, any additional training links from partners that are available will be listed, and you're welcome to do that. Okay. So the trainings that are currently available is the orientation, training for care and support, curriculum training, handy person training, reading champion training. Training that is still in progress, that is coming soon, is the sports enrichment, workshop assistant, laboratory assistant, and EKM. For the curriculum assistant, you are required to do the orientation training and all of the curriculum training. That is foundation phase, intermediate and senior phase, FET phase, intro to project-based learning, digital literacy, that's your KITSO training, NSSF, those are the trainings you're required to do. And even if you are allocated to be at FET phase, you do have to complete the foundation phase, the intermediate and senior phase. So regardless of where you have been placed within the schooling system, you need to complete all of these trainings if you're a curriculum assistant. For reading champions, training you need to do is orientation, reading champion training, digital literacy, that's your KITSO, and you will find that it is off Teacher Connect platform. You will find a link there, and your NSSF training. Can support, you will do orientation, can support training, digital literacy, and NSSF. Handy persons, you'll be able to do orientation, handy persons training, digital literacy, and NSSF. Ecubed, it's orientation, digital literacy, NSSF, and any other that might be coming up. As I mentioned earlier, there's other trainings that are likely to come up. Laboratory assistant, you'll be able to do orientation, laboratory and workshop training that is coming up soon. Digital literacy, that's your KITSO, your NSSF, and then as well as your workshop assistant, you will do orientation, laboratory and workshop assistant training that's coming up. Digital literacy, NSSF. Sports and enrichment, you will do orientation, sports and enrichment training that will be coming up shortly. Digital literacy, NSSF. And remember, all trainings should be completed by the end of August. But going back a little bit into training, what you will notice is that all assistants will have to do orientation. You all have to do NSSF. You all have to do digital literacy. And for those assistants who are waiting for the trainings to come, that will be communicated to you either via SMS or via WhatsApp. In the meantime, please do the training, your orientation training, your digital literacy, and your NSSF. Okay. Like I mentioned, any new courses that are available, you will get notification on SMS or on WhatsApp. Okay. Now let's talk about certificates. There's been a number of questions about how do I find my certificate? Where is my certificate? When you complete your training, a certificate will be automatically generated. Please download it, save it on your phone, or save it somewhere safe where you can access it outside of the WhatsApp bot, so you can have it and use it for your CV going forward. Okay. And you see here, this is what the certificates actually look like, and they also have a date on them. If you have made a mistake on your certificate, you will be able to change it. But please pay attention to this, because you will only get one chance to change the details. Okay? So you need to be very, very careful and make sure that the details you enter are correct. with spelling, etc. Okay? You will only have one opportunity to change it and one opportunity only. So how do you change the details on your certificate? Okay, so let me just take this video a little bit back so we can go through it together. So you go back to the main menu and you will see the very bottom. Let me just go back a little bit so you can see. Right at the bottom of the list on the main menu, you will see that it says My Certificate. Okay. You choose My Certificate and then you press the Send button. And then it will ask to confirm that your name and surname are correct. If this is not correct, please then type in a No, I need to edit. This is where it gives you the opportunity to change the details of the certificate. And then you have an opportunity to put in your name, and it will ask you for your name and your surname separately. So please pay attention, okay? And you see here, it's Janet with 2 N's, and the surname here is a Snyman, and there it'll make sure that the names you just typed in are updated. And then your certificate will show up with the correct names that you have just corrected. Okay, let's do that again. You go to the main menu. Right at the bottom, you will see My Certificate. Okay, you select My Certificate, and then I'll give you what's on your certificate, and you say, no, I need to edit, and you edit it with the correct details, your correct name and your correct surname, and your certificate will be automatically generated with your corrected details. And all of your certificates will appear here. So you can always go back to the main menu and go to My Certificate, and it'll give you all of the certificates for the courses you have completed. Okay. You see there's different ones here, and it does show even the date is there in terms of your certificate. Okay. I hope you find that helpful. Okay. Remember, what you will need to make sure that you register and can access your training, you will need to have your name and your surname. You will need to choose your assistant role. You will need to input your EMIS number. So please check in with your teacher mentor or your principal for your correct EMIS number. You will need your ID number, your email address, and you will need to accept our privacy policy. Tongue twister there. And then you will need to opt in to receive updated information. For example, new courses that are coming in, bursary opportunities, exit opportunities, funding opportunities. And we encourage you that you go in and look at other resources that are on Teacher Connect, including work readiness, soft skills, conflict resolution, how to build a CV. Also, you can also be able to access your letter of participation. So it is important that you spend time with Teacher Connect and get to know Teacher Connect a little better. But if you do get stuck, you see the details on your screen right now. There is an email address. You see that yellow circle there. That's the email address. If you get stuck, we will be only happy to help you in your journey of learning and growing. The email address is BEEI@ecubed-DBE.org. Get in touch with us. We will do our very best to assist you. Okay. All right. And for those who are not sure how to get Teacher Connect on their phones, please save the number 060-060-3333 on your phone. Label it Teacher Connect so you can find it on your WhatsApp. You can find it on your WhatsApp when you're looking for it. And then you can just type the word hi. Then we will welcome you into Teacher Connect and guide you through the process. Okay, so I'm going to try and see if there are any questions that we can answer live. Okay. Oh, can you go back to the handy person slide? Absolutely. Let me just go to it. Give me a moment. Okay. All right. This is the handy person slide. You will see that there is handy persons training and then the training that everybody must do, which is orientation, digital literacy, which is your GITO training, and your NSSF training. I hope this helps you. Let's see what other questions are there. All right. Okay. Is it compulsory to do foundation phase certificate if you are assisting in high school? Fantastic question. Thank you for asking it, baby Mate. Baby, when you're a curriculum assistant, absolutely, you have to do foundation phase, intermediate phase, as well as intermediate phase and senior phase, as well as FET phase. It is absolutely important that you do all of the curriculum training because they build onto each other as well. So it is important that you complete all of it. Looks like we've answered most of your questions. If you still have more questions, please use the Q&A box right at the bottom of your screen and type us a question. We'll be able to answer it either live or my colleagues who are also supporting on this, they can be able to assist you. Okay, and there's a question that says, can you tell me for reading okay, reading champions, is there 5 sections that one certificate with one certificate? Please explain. Okay, so let's just go back to reading champions. Let's take you to reading champion. Okay, so orientation is one training. You will get a certificate for orientation, and for reading champions, once you've completed the reading champions training, you will get a certificate for that. For digital literacy, you will get a certificate for that, and for NSSF, you will get a certificate for that as well. Orientation does have about 5 lessons in it that you need to complete to be able to get your certificate, and I'm hoping that I've answered your question. All right. We still have a couple of minutes, so if you have more questions or you want me to repeat something, I'm happy to do this. Just to confirm, which training must I, as an admin or ICT assistant, do? So, okay, excellent question. All right, so you will fall under ECADA, and let's go to ECADA. Remember, some of the courses are not yet ready, so at the moment, the training that is available for ECADA, you need to do your orientation, your digital literacy, which is your KITO training, and your National School Safety Framework training. Okay, that is absolutely important. And when new courses come in, you'll be notified via SMS or WhatsApp, so you can be able to complete those as well. All right. I hope that is helpful to you. And just to be clear, I'm just going to go through the other. Okay, I'm going to display this just to show training that's still in progress, which is sports and enrichment, workshop assistant, laboratory assistant, and ECADA. Okay, so please be on the lookout for those SMSs or WhatsApp for the notification, because all training needs to be completed by the end of August. For the other roles, care and support, curriculum, handy persons, reading champions, your training is currently available. Please go in on Teacher Connect WhatsApp bot and complete your training and get your certificate. And we hope that you are able to reflect on your learning, jot down key things that are important that you're learning, key ideas, even the questions you want to ask. Okay. So it is important for you to engage with the material and really internalize it. You will get out of this opportunity what you put in, and we encourage you to put in your very, very best. So curriculum assistant, going back again, it's orientation, and you must do all of it, regardless of which phase you are assisting in. You need to do foundation phase, intermediate, senior phase, and FET phase. Introduction to project-based learning, the digital literacy, and NSSF training. Reading Champion, we just did this. It is the orientation, Reading Champions training, digital literacy, and NSSF. Care and support, once again, orientation, care and support training, digital literacy, and NSSF. Okay, so you can see that everybody must do orientation, digital literacy, and NSSF. And if you're a handy person, you will do handy persons training. ECADA, for now, the training that's available for you is those 3 key ones that you must do. And any new courses, you will be notified by SMS or WhatsApp. That also goes for laboratory assistants and workshop assistants, as well as sports and enrichment. But in the meantime, please complete your orientation, digital literacy, and NSSF. Okay. Okay. So, just in case, and remember that once you have completed your training, your certificate is automatically generated. And also remember, you only have one opportunity to change your details. So you need to be conscientious here. And you can find that on the main menu. We go back to main menu and you go to my certificate, and you can be able to edit your certificate with your correct details, but you can do it only once. And for those who have 2 roles, I want to go back to that because we're getting a lot of questions around people who have more than 1 role. If you have 2 roles, okay, please make sure you select your first role, complete the trainings that are listed there, save your certificate so that you don't lose them, and then you can go back to, just show you how to change here. Then you can say hi and be able to go back to the menu and say change my role. Should come up just now. You go back to hi, and then the main menu will show up. Okay, you say BEEI training, and then the menu will come here, and you select maybe latest because you're not starting your training just yet. You want to change your role. You type in maybe later. Okay. Then it'll take you to this list. That's going to come up in a minute. And you say, change my role. Okay. And then the list of the different roles will show up, and you choose your second role. Then you can do your other training that will pop up. Okay. Once you've completed those, you can make sure that you save your certificate, and then you can be able to use them for your CV, etc. Okay, just a quick reminder, I'm going to go back to, if you're not clear about how to register, how to change your roles, how to access your certificate, or how to reset your profile. Remember, resetting your profile, type in Teacher Connect Clear and then wait for a response. That's very important. But if you're not sure, please join us again tomorrow on Wednesday at 11 till 12 or Thursday from 2 till 1. We will be having these sessions every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday until the end of July. So you are welcome to join as many of these sessions as possible. I see people are raising their hands. Please type in your questions in the... Okay. So Miriam says, sorry, can you go back to handy persons again? All right, I will try that. Okay, I will go to handy persons and then we can come back to other questions. Here we are at handy persons. I hope that's helpful. I'm not sure which aspect you want me to emphasize, but there you go. Okay. Okay, I see. Okay, I see a number of persons wanted to be on handy persons. I hope that slide is helpful. Okay. All right. Okay, and then there's a question here that says, Ndeni is asking a question. What is needed for me to my documents only criminal record? Then I'm not sure what you're asking. Please email us on BEEI@ecubed-DBE.org. We will try and help you as much as we possibly can. Okay. So I see we only have a minute left. If you have any questions, please email us. I'm going to go to the slide that has all of our details. It's BEEI, okay, at Ecubed. Email us if you're not clear, if you're not sure, or join us tomorrow. We look forward to having you, to answering your questions, to guiding through the process of registration, of training, of getting a certificate. And we wish you all the very, very best in this journey for the next few months. Please go into Teacher Connect and engage with the materials that's there and the resources. You'll be amazed how many things that are there that are helpful to you. So wishing you a wonderful afternoon, and thank you again for joining us. Okay. Have a lovely afternoon.